The basic building blocks of a vibrant economy are strong, competitive companies that maximize value creation. Hence, the first thrust is to support the building of deep enterprise capabilities. Companies at different stages of growth have different needs. The leadership of each company is in the best position to lead and drive changes, while agencies can provide support at each stage of growth. A vibrant startup ecosystem encourages budding entrepreneurs to try out their business ideas. Such an ecosystem enables entrepreneurs to connect to mentors, prospective business partners, customers, and investors. 2 years ago, we launched Startup SG to provide holistic support for startups and entrepreneurs. Such support ranges from co-investments and proof-of-concept grants to mentorship and fiscal space. Our startup ecosystem is flourishing. There are now over 220 venture capital deals per year in Singapore, worth close to $4.2 billion US. This is a significant rise from the 80 deals worth US $136 million in 2012. Today, more than 150 global venture capital funds, incubators, and accelerators are based in Singapore, supporting startups here and in the region. Startups can only thrive if they scale up and venture into new markets. To help them do so, we'll provide support in 3 areas: providing customized assistance, better financing options, and supporting technology adoption. Customized support can enable firms to identify and overcome the unique challenges they face and scale up quickly. Enterprise Singapore will launch a Scale Up SG program in partnership with the private and public sectors. Scale Up SG will work with aspiring high-growth local firms to identify and build new capabilities to innovate, grow, and internationalize. To support innovation, we'll launch a pilot Innovation Agents program for firms to tap on a pool of experts to advise them on opportunities to innovate and commercialize technology. Having smart patient capital that attracts investors with the expertise and the right time horizon is another way to help firms scale up. Over the past few years, the government has worked on improving access to private capital for startups and SMEs. The pool of private equity and venture capital managers in Singapore has grown. The Monetary Authority of Singapore has simplified the regulatory regime for venture capital managers and launched a US $5 billion private markets program to encourage global private equity players to deepen their presence here. To further deepen the pool of smart patient capital, the government has, since 2010, set aside $400 million through 2 rounds of fund injections for the co-investment program to invest in our SMEs alongside the private sector. So far, the government's investments have catalyzed approximately $1.3 billion of additional funding for our SMEs. This year, I will set aside an additional $100 million to establish SME Co-Investment Fund 3. As part of this co-investment fund, it will catalyze investment in Singapore-based SMEs that are ready to scale up. We expect that this will bring in at least $200 million of additional funding. Loan financing remains an important source of funding for SMEs. Our banks have been responding. DBS provides a business capabilities loan for innovative SME projects. UOB provides financial support for technology investments and overseas ventures, while OCBC finances new SMEs which lack the track record typically required for credit assessment. To catalyze this further, we will enhance the accessibility of loans. Today, our economic agencies have different financing schemes. To make it simpler for companies, we will streamline the existing financing schemes offered by Enterprise Singapore into a single enterprise financing scheme. that will cover trade, working capital, fixed assets, venture debt, mergers and acquisitions, and project financing. This will be launched in October this year. In addition, the Enterprise Financing Scheme will provide stronger support for companies that have been incorporated for less than 5 years. The government will take up to 70% of the risk for bank loans to these young companies, compared to the current 50% under most existing loan scheme. To support viable SMEs in their day-to-day operations, I will extend the SME Working Capital Loan Scheme for about 2 more years, till March 2021. Since its launch in June 2016, the scheme has catalyzed more than $2.5 billion of loans. We expect the extension to catalyze a further $1.8 billion. Support for the working capital will be afforded under the Enterprise Financing Scheme from October. Our companies and workers must stay on top of rapid advances in technology, especially in digital technology. We will continue to help our SMEs adopt digital technologies. We adopted the SMEs Go Digital program in Budget 2017. Since then, around 4,000 SMEs have adopted pre-approved digital solutions. We will expand SMEs Go Digital program. First, accountancy, sea transport, and construction will get their own industry digital plans, with more sectors to be added later. This will guide SMEs on relevant digital technologies and skills training programs. Second, we will expand the number and range of cost-effective, pre-approved digital solutions that will be supported under the SMEs Go Digital to boost technology adoption among SMEs. MAS and IMDA will also jointly pilot a cross-border innovation platform for SMEs known as the Business Sans Borders, with an artificial intelligence-enabled marketplace to help our SMEs match with buyers and vendors globally.